10 signs you should know before the return of Christ. The Bible warns us that before Christ returns, the world will send unmistakable signals. Not vague warnings, specific prophesied signs written in the book of Revelation over 2,000 years ago. And many believe we are watching them unfold right now in our lifetime. Stay until the end, because sign number 10 is the one prophecy scholars say is already in motion. The Apostle John, exiled on the island of Patmos, received a vision so vivid it has shaped Christian belief for 2 millennia. In it, he saw the end of the age, the moment history folds in on itself and Jesus Christ returns. Scripture doesn't leave us guessing, it gives us signs. 10 of them stand out above the rest. Sign number 1, wars and rumors of wars. Revelation's first horseman rides out on a red horse, given power to take peace from the earth. Christ himself warned that nation would rise against nation before the end. Not isolated conflicts, a pattern of escalating global unrest, alliances shifting, and peace becoming harder to hold on to anywhere on earth. Sign number 2, famine and economic collapse. The black horse rider carries a pair of scales, a symbol of rationed food and inflated prices. Revelation 6 describes a day's wages barely buying a day's bread. Watch for global food insecurity and economic instability, striking even wealthy nations without warning. Sign number 3, plagues and pestilence. The pale horse brings death by sword, famine, and plague. Disease sweeping across nations faster than it can be contained, not as an isolated outbreak, but as a recurring feature of the final days. Sign number 4, great earthquakes and natural disasters. Revelation 6:12 describes a great earthquake accompanying cosmic disturbances, increasing seismic activity, unusual weather, and natural disasters striking in various places, just as Christ foretold in Matthew 24. Sign number 5, rise of false prophets and deception. Revelation warns of a false prophet who deceives the world with signs and wonders. Christ said many would come in his name, claiming to be him or to speak for him, deceiving even the faithful. A world flooded with spiritual counterfeits, competing truths, and charismatic figures demanding devotion. Sign number 6, persecution of believers. John saw souls under the altar, martyred for their testimony. Scripture warns of a time when standing for faith invites hostility, social, legal, even violent. Growing intolerance toward religious conviction in nations that once protected it. Sign number 7, love growing. Cold/moral collapse. Christ warned that lawlessness would increase and the love of many would grow cold. A society marked by rising cruelty, broken relationships, and indifference to suffering. Not because people stop believing in good, but because empathy itself begins to erode. Sign number 8, the gospel reaching every nation. Matthew 24:14 ties directly into Revelation's vision of every nation, tribe, and tongue before the throne. Christ said the end would come only after the gospel reached the whole world, something made newly possible in the age of global media and instant translation. Sign number 9, days like the days of Noah. Jesus compared the end times to Noah's era. People consumed by ordinary life, feasting and indifferent, unaware of what was coming until it arrived. A culture of distraction, pleasure-seeking, and spiritual apathy right up to the final moment. Sign number 10, a global system of control. Slow down pacing here, this is the climax point. Revelation 13 describes a coming system where no one can buy or sell without a mark. A picture of total economic and social control under one authority. Many believe the groundwork for this kind of centralized system, digital identity, cashless transactions, global tracking, is being built in front of us, piece by piece. Whether you see these signs as imminent or symbolic, one message runs through Revelation from beginning to end. Watch and be ready. Are you prepared for the coming of Christ? Will you make it when the trumpet sounds? This is a question you should ask yourself every day. Which of these 10 signs do you think is closest to being fulfilled? Drop your answer below. Subscribe for more prophecy breakdowns and Bible studies. Stay watchful, the end is near.